Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
No! 000!
No.
The Truck Show. We're gonna show you what we know. We're gonna answer what the truck. 'Cause truck rhymes with the Truck Show. We have the lifted, we have the lowered, and everything in between. We'll talk about trucks that run on diesel and the ones that run on gasoline. The Truck Show, the Truck Show, the Truck Show. Whoa, whoa.
It's the Truck Show with your hosts, Lightning and Holman.
This episode of the Truck Show podcast, Have You Heard?, is proudly presented by Nissan. With the Frontier, Titan, and Titan XD, Nissan has a truck for every need, along with the legendary Nissan durability. Test drive your next truck at a local Nissan dealer today, or point your browser to nissanusa.com, where you can use the build and price tool to configure a Nissan truck that fits your lifestyle.
And when you're thinking about adding power or improving fuel economy, Banks has over 65 years of experience. Whether it's cold air intakes or exhaust systems, tuning, throttle control, charge air cooling, lubrication components, and much more, no one offers smarter, safer, 50-state emissions-compliant performance parts than Gale Banks. You'll find the best engineered parts for your truck at bankspower.com.
And when you're looking for quality, full synthetic lubrication for your truck, AMSOIL has you covered with motor oil, lubricants and protectants, grease, additives, and more. AMSOIL synthetic lubricants deliver wear protection, engine cleanliness, and fuel efficiency that conventional oils simply can't match. Find out how AMSOIL synthetic lubricants can save you money and time by helping your vehicles run better and last longer than with conventional oils at AMSOIL.com. When it comes to lubrication, AMSOIL is the leader in synthetics.
EGR now celebrating their 50th anniversary as a leading manufacturer of truck and SUV accessory products with headquarters right here in the good old US of A. As an Australian-owned, family-run business with humble beginnings, EGR is now a global leader in the automotive accessory industry. If you're looking for window visors, fender flares, tonneau covers, lights, hood guards, and more, you'll find them all at EGRUSA.com.
Lighting, have you heard?
I mean, no.
No. What you got?
All right, so some of my favorite magazine guys, Christian Hazel and Trent McGee. You may know them from Peterson's 4-Wheel and Off-Road. So check this out. They both are out of the Motor Trend sphere. Christian got laid off not too long ago. And there's a little post that Christian and Trent posted on Facebook. Mm-hmm. And it said, all right, guys, I was waiting to have a couple more things in place, but we soft launched the site about a month ago, and some fans have already picked up on it. So here we go. If you remember the 20-plus years of Ultimate Adventure?
Yes.
Well, now that they're outside the Motor Trend umbrella, Christian Hazel and Trent McGee are reviving it as Unreal Adventure. So it'll still be UA. So
Unreal Adventure instead of Ultimate Adventure.
So go to unreal-adventure.com if you want to find out more about it.
So they were always the hosts?
There was always their, yeah, I mean, the history.
That was their baby?
It was their baby.
Okay.
So anyway, it says, with the current changes, Christian and I have agreed to carry this one on because it transcends a faceless corporation, and we know there are a ton of fans that love this event as much as we do. Therefore, we decided to make it happen. There are a ton of things that had to happen in the background to make this work, and that continues, but we're proud to announce this is happening. The name may have changed, but the core of the event itself hasn't. It's the core of what we do, and that won't change. What you can expect: same format, same on-site management, same key players, including the cronies, vastly expanded video coverage, greater coverage from ancillary sources, sponsors on social, same opportunities for you to be a part of it. And this is probably my favorite spot. So vastly extended things leading up to like podcasts, social media, blah, blah, blah. So I'll help them out with that. We'll get them on the show to talk about it. What not to expect. Changing any existing core rules. Corporate greed. Lame watering down of the core event you love. If you make the cut, what's around the next bend. Yeah. That's it. More coming soon. So again,
they love Motor Trend, don't they?
Did not say that at all.
I did.
Unreal-adventure.com.
Wow. Do you think Motor Trend will sue them for that? Or something like that?
I mean, hopefully they...
it's not the same name.
No. And they're not with the company anymore.
No.
And non-competes don't work in California, so, I mean, they can go do their own thing. Huh. I'm proud of them. I'm glad that they're trying to keep this one alive. If you've been a fan of UA and the magazines and all that, and you wanted to see this event carried on, it's got the same people, just different management now. So good luck, boys. But we'll try and get them on the show and talk about it. Unrealadventure.com. Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
No.
INEOS is teasing
Grenadine?
people.
Yeah.
Nope, this is the Quartermaster, the pickup truck.
Okay.
They showed off a V8 swap lifted and race-ready Grenadier at Goodwood, but this here is the pickup, so this is the kind of, it looks like a safari truck, right?
I don't hate that.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't hate that. That you know what that is? That's a Tonka truck. That's not even real. That's a Tonka truck in someone's sandbox.
So I guess they did a Quartermaster and a Grenadier, which is cool. And it's here's some of the specs that you can expect from those. They've got portal axles, so they're up taller, and so now
800 inches of ground clearance.
It's funny. It says because of the combination of the axles and larger tires, they gained 10.4 inches of ground clearance. So now they have a total of 20.2.
Oh my Lord,
which is silly. And it says that they've already sold a couple of these similarly modified ones in the aftermarket. So that's kind of funny.
that cannot be cheap.
And interestingly enough, they've got the BMW architecture for the straight six. That's what comes in them. But
Which, by all accounts, is a pretty badass engine.
yeah. But anyway, they took out the BMW powertrain bits and they put in a 6.2 liter GM V8.
Oh, what?
Which is
Why?
kind of crazy.
That's why.
425 reliability, easy. I mean,
So,
push run.
okay, apparently I take back everything I said about the BMW engine. It's crap.
Yeah, 425 horsepower, 461 pound-feet of torque. So that's an increase of 120 horsepower and nearly 130 pound-feet over the gas engine.
Oh. Hey, should we get our friend Bernard Leitner of Leitner Designs on the horn to talk about his experience with his Grenadier?
Well, he can do a U review.
Let's do it.
How about that?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to
Write that down. Yep.
Bernard for U review. Hey, Lighting, did you hear?
No.
No, I don't like that one.
You don't know? I love that
No,
one.
that
I think
one's,
it's funny.
that one's weird.
Do you prefer this?
No, 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 no.
Sure.
Okay.
Apparently, the 2025 Ram 1500 Rev electric pickup has been spotted
Is
off
this the generator one?
I-70 corridor in Colorado.
Oh, the one that
Charging.
operates like a locomotive?
This is the Rev. So this is the hybrid version, not the Ram Charger, which is the one with the onboard generator.
Oh.
So prototype looks like, well, I mean, it's a little bit weathered. Design looks similar to what we've seen. There's a few production changes, things like that. But you can go check out that stuff on the internet. And have not seen the Ram Charger yet, but the Ram 1500 Rev has dual 250 kilowatt electric drive modules. So all-wheel drive, 168 kilowatt hour battery pack, and a range of up to 350 miles with the, I guess, standard battery pack, while a optional 229 kilowatt hour battery pack will extend the range up to 500 miles.
Oh my Lord.
Dude, 229. Okay, so just to put that in perspective, that's 3.5 times as much batteries as my Aria
I was
has.
gonna say, oh, yeah, that's significant. Well, again, it's heavier and it's a brick, but
Well, I get it, but that's massive.
right. I was going to say, what is the highest that we're aware of now as far as range?
500 miles. I think the Rams
It
are
is?
probably up there, yeah.
Okay.
So here's what's interesting. When I've been looking at solar and dealing with all that stuff for the house, I've been learning a lot about that.
Don't get ripped off. I feel like everyone I know has been ripped off by solar
Well,
companies.
that's because you're going to do a prepaid PPA, a lease, PPA. That's how you get ripped off by solar. And interest rates are high if you're going to buy it. There's a whole bunch of stuff. But here's what's interesting. So that battery pack, right? 229, is that what I said?
229, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So if you go to like a Tesla Powerwall, right? So looking at Tesla Powerwall, that's 13.5 kilowatts. The point is that if you have two Powerwalls, which is what I would do, right? That's 27 kilowatt hours.
Yeah.
My Aria is 66. That Ram is freaking 229 or whatever it is. What I'm saying is my whole house can last off the Powerwalls for like a day, and that Ram only goes 500 miles off 229 kilowatt hour battery. I'm just trying to illustrate how massive a pack that is. Like, if you were looking for solar and you're like, oh, okay, I'm going to go and get, that's 13 Tesla Powerwalls. 13. That's like an obscene amount.
Do we know what it weighs?
We don't know anything about it yet. It's just crazy. Anyway, it has 800 volt DC fast charging at 350 kilowatt hours. So it needs that with a big battery. When I'm learning about like discharging and bidirectional charge, Johnny brought it up, what my EV's battery is, what I get out of it, what a house takes to operate, and you're going, oh my Lord,
It's a lot.
that's a lot. So just motivating yourself is more than X amount of times that your whole house uses. That seems a little obscene, doesn't it?
Well, motors in general, whether you're moving a vehicle or you've got an elevator, whatever it is, I mean, motors just take a lot of electricity, period.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Anyway, rumors around the 2025 Ram 1500 Rev talked about them having a hard time with getting the right tires. So that thing must be super heavy and all that torque. They must just be roaching them like fast.
Interesting.
So anyway,
There's some durable tires. That speaks volumes.
It'll be interesting. Hey, Lighting, have you heard?
Oh, no, 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 no.
No. I cut it short.
Lightning.
That's my favorite one.
That one
I
is
know.
overplayed.
It's not overplayed. I do it like once every 4 or 5 weeks.
You do it once a week.
No, I do not.
It seriously feels like
Dude, you guys know that's not true.
truckshowpodcast@gmail.com. Hennessey Performance and Fox Factory have teamed up, and they are
Wait
making...
a minute. Hold on a second. Fox Factory teamed up with, they built the Chevy, right?
Okay.
So now it's what are they building with Hennessey?
Okay, so Fox Factory and Hennessey have teamed up, and they want to basically salute the Hemi V8 into extinction, and they have a limited edition truck named the Mammoth 400. They'll produce 250 units in 2024, and the Mammoth 400 will pay homage to the Hemi V8, the final version, 420 horsepower, and then through Fox Factory, they get Fox and RideTech suspension systems, and you get it in Viper Red, Viper White, or GTS Blue. You can get it with stripes. It's lowered.
Why is this cool again?
Just because...
No, at 400 horsepower. I don't understand. Like modding, doing the Mammoth, the 1,000 horsepower TRX and all that stuff. What? Hennessy's about big power. With 400 seems so lackluster.
well, that's just the factory power plant. I guess they decided that they wanted to do something reliable.
No. We need to get John on the horn. That doesn't sound like him.
You still get a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. You get badging, a serial numbered engine plaque.
He got a smoking deal on a bunch of
You think that's what it is?
5.7 Hemis or something.
They just said, we're going to do something
yeah,
cool with
they're
it.
like, hey, you want to pick these up cheap?
Listen, it's slammed on that RideTech suspension. It looks awesome.
Oh, okay. That does look good. That's a sport truck.
No, that's what I'm talking about. That with 400 horsepower would be all sorts of fun.
Okay. All right. You're right. I take back. I was thinking it was lifted. I mean, now they
No.
said RideTech, they do lowered suspension.
Their press
That's what they do.
releases are all three of the red, white, and blue ones. So the blue one with white stripes, the white one with blue stripes, and the red one with white stripes, all lined up next to each other on a drag strip doing a burnout.
Yeah. That's good. Good on them.
I'm
okay.
good with that.
All right. I take back everything I
Listen,
said yet
it's a
again.
V8.
And that's cool.
know,
Again, the 400 horsepower, kind of whatever today, but like that's a good looking truck.
So the price is apparently $39,995 on top of the cost of the base Ram 1500.
Oh, what? 40 grand on top of a base Ram.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It's
Lowered suspension,
I told you, you're gonna pay
22-inch wheels.
Yeah.
You can get the supercharger if you want it. You don't have to.
So is that more than the 40?
Yes.
Hard pass.
I think it looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. Hard pass.
Hey, Lighting, have you heard?
No, I didn't hear. What you got?
All right, so Ram recently did a patent. If you remember that they had the 1500 Revolution concept last year, and in that truck they had jump seats, which basically made that a third row. And so that kind of makes sense because pickup truck cabs are so big, you don't need a mega cab.
So, yeah, they scooted the rear seats forward and then
they
had fold-down seats?
There's jump seats against the rear bulkhead. At least that's what is being shown.
No, that's
in
not
this
as big as like a mega cab.
No, so it's like a standard Ram cab. So, although mega cab for sure, you could put a couple extra seats back
but
there.
explain the patent because I don't understand what's patentable about that. They just put extra seats.
Yeah, I mean,
back
you remember
there.
your old Chevy S10 or your Ranger? Those all had jump seats, right?
Sure.
But those were side facing, whereas the Ram jump seats are forward facing.
Okay.
So on the patent, it actually shows those jump seats behind second row captain's chair. So that'd be 2 + 2 + 2.
Okay.
But
That's
if you think
kinda
about
cool.
it, how many families like having a pickup truck, and if they could fit an extra couple kids back, right?
It's a great idea. I'd like to see the execution of that, but I can't figure out what's patentable about that. What is new and novel about that? Well, no, I guess it is new and novel.
Nobody's ever done that before. Nobody's taken a 2-row full-size pickup truck
Yeah.
and added additional seats behind the back seat.
But is that patentable? Like the way they mount the seats or something could be patentable, or I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not a patent attorney. I'm just telling you that they've filed documents with the United States Patent and Trademark Office.
Okay, got it.
We'll see where it goes.
All right.
Hey, Lightning, have you heard?
I don't watch the news because I'm a kid.
No, I haven't. I'm not aware.
So lovers of the 80 series Toyota Land Cruiser love them. The 96s, 97s, might be 95s also, unicorns, because you can get the front, rear, and center locking differential. It was the last of the solid axle Land Cruisers, and they're going for silly money right now. However,
Silly money meaning over 50 grand, 60 grand?
no, not quite that kind
Around
of silly
there?
money until now.
All right.
Apparently, there was a listing online, clean California title. This particular 80 series, white with the tan interior, only had 4,700 miles on the odometer.
What?
So they put it on Bring a Trailer. Do you think it crossed the 100,000 threshold?
No, I think it's probably just shy, probably like 96 or something.
So this Toyota, this Land Cruiser was listed back in 2023. The auction reached $165,000.
Oh, what?
And the high bidder failed to pay for it in the end.
Okay. So has it sold?
So it went back up on the auction block.
Mm-hmm. $165,000. Well, it doesn't matter because he didn't buy it. So it's irrelevant. It could have been $1 million.
So this particular one did sell. It sold for a cool $170,000.
No way. I mean, look, 4,700 miles. That is new. That's new. But
check this out. This is the fifth 80 series that made more than $100,000 on Bring a Trailer, and it sets a record for this generation.
what? I mean,
I mean, it's crazy. That's crazy money.
why were there? How many
They're
were
special.
produced?
Who knows how many? I have no idea. But they're magical. They were when Toyota made high quality vehicles, the highest quality you could buy. Great reputation. That engine goes forever because it is a gear drive. It doesn't have a timing belt in the front. That's why they use them all over the world. Land Cruiser made a difference, like, Land Cruiser name, Land Cruiser City, like Johnny said. This goes through the third degree durability testing, all that kind of stuff. These vehicles are unbelievable, and people who have them today who go overlanding in them, they're just awesome on the trail, and they're just special.
At 170 grand, you're going to really take that overlanding? No, that's going to sit in your garage.
Well, this one, but I mean, there's a gazillion out there that people are actually out using, and they're fantastic off-road. It's about the size of a Wrangler JL with 3 rows. So,
yeah,
there you go. Lighting, have you heard?
No, negative.
So this is sad news from Down Under. We'll stick with the Land Cruiser theme. Remember we were talking about the FJ70 that was available, and they just redesigned it down there, freshened it up. It's the old Land Cruiser that they still sell, that they've been selling for 25, 30 years.
They're cool. Yep.
40 years, actually. So the 4.5-liter turbo diesel V8, which was like the option to have, Toyota made an announcement, said, sadly, changing regulation and community expectations have led to the oil burner's demise. Production will continue for a while to clear out the backlog of orders, but they're not going to accept any new requests or any vehicles with the legendary 1VD-FTV engine. The 4-door wagon will be the first, then the 2-door troop carrier, which are technically SUVs, and then the truck version down the line. So the pickups should be shipped to buyers by Q4 2025. So once again, regulations have killed our beloved V8 platform.
Yeah.
You know what you get? The 5-speed manual gearbox. Get that on the other engine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool, I guess. I mean,
but seriously,
you want the diesel, you don't get the diesel.
I want the diesel and the 5-speed.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
It still has those chrome mirrors that aren't power, that you have to wiggle your arm. There's got wind wings on the windows.
The simpler times. Oh, the simpler times.
Listen, the replacement engine or the optional engine is a 4-cylinder and gets a 6-speed automatic, but they'll let you option it with the 5-speed for the row for yourself people. Torque drops by 37 pound-feet when you go into the 4-cylinder to 332. And it's a 2.8-liter turbo diesel also. I don't know, it's just not sexy like the V8. Do we have a moment of silence for the FJ70 V8?
How much you want?
I don't know. That's probably okay. Hey, Lighting, have you heard?
No, it's not that. It's me. No, knee. You're not doing it properly. Knee. Knee. That's it. You got it.
Knee.
Okay.
No, I have not heard. What do you got?
Here's the sad news of Cummins. If you remember, Cummins got fined.
Yeah, so 1.67 billion or something like that.
Yeah.
Yep, I'm very familiar with that.
So Cummins 2.04 billion for 600,000 pickups with
2.0. Wait, I thought it was 1.6. It was 2.04 billion.
So for their emissions quote unquote cheat software.
Sure.
So GM got caught with their vehicles emitting 10% more CO2 than advertised. And you've even said it. You've tested stock vehicles that don't meet emissions.
I think that I told you some of that off air.
Oh. All right, well, bleep that entire thing.
No, I'm going to leave it on because I think it's out in the open now.
I didn't mean you. I meant
some guy.
Some people in the aftermarket who test brand new vehicles may have noticed a discrepancy in the emissions. Anyway, GM has 10% more CO2 on 5.9 million vehicles. So you would think, okay, 600,000 for 2 billion, then 5.9 billion must be a zillion.
Yeah.
Nope, 146 million.
That number does not compute.
Yeah. So sounds like
somebody
was making an example of somebody, and somebody is not somebody else.
Or they valued the fine differently, like per vehicle fine was calculated differently. We're not privy to that, obviously.
No.
Interesting.
What a world we live in.
This stuff is weird.
These people hate.
Can I just a weird backstory?
Truck people.
So I'm going to tell a little Banks. I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit. So the Monster Ram for the Cummins. So Banks sells them for 2007 through 2024 trucks. Okay. And we have a CARB EO. It's 50 state compliant from 2013 to 2018 and from 2019 to 2024. Okay, all those year ranges are covered except for 07 to 12. 07 to 9 is a weird one. We're probably not going to pursue that. But here's where I'm going with the story. 2010 to 2012, we've bought 2 trucks and we sent them to the SEMA garage to get the emissions work done, so we can pass CARB, so we can sell the things in all 50 states. We cannot find a 2010, a 2011, or a 2012 that will pass the emissions test bone stock. Not one. We put out the APB. Ladies and gentlemen, we're looking for these vehicles on Facebook, on social media, everywhere. We cannot find a single 2010, 2011, or 2012 Ram 6.7 liter that will pass an emissions test bone stock.
Then how are these people getting their registration renewed?
No. That's a different test. That's a test that tests just like, this is a lot more rigorous, okay? This is the same test that they would have had to pass to get EPA compliance. Okay. All right?
Why they're different?
So what you have to do is first, if you want to get your aftermarket, your Holman's thingamajigger that goes on the engine, right? And it could affect emissions compliance, so you have to get it tested. Before you can bolt your Holman's thingamajigger on the engine, you have to take the vehicle and get it to pass the baseline test, the baseline test that Cummins agreed to, or Ram agreed to at the time it was sold, okay? That they stamped the VIN on it. You get the baseline, pass that, and then you add your part, and it has a certain amount of wiggle room. If you're inside that wiggle room, you can get your CARB executive order, and you can sell it in all 50 states, including California. We can't get one that will even baseline. It won't even pass bone stock. We found one. It's owned by Fleece, our buddy Braden at Fleece, and he's a friendly competitor. So I called him up. I said, Braden, word has it, you have the only 2012 that will pass. And he goes, that's true. You can't have it.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, awesome. And he's super cool about it. He's like, we're using it. It's booked because everyone knows that it's the only one that will pass and everyone wants to use it. And like, isn't it nuts? So we've purchased 2 of them already. And we may have to get one and completely rebuild the engine and the emissions equipment just to get it to pass bone stock. So something fishy was going on at the time that these were sold.
Are you saying fishy with who?
No, I'm just saying that we've bought one with as low as like 50,000 miles and it won't pass. The DPF's in great shape, like all this stuff won't pass. What's up with that?
All right, great place to end the show. Well, I don't think this show would pass an emissions test either.
No, especially not after chili dogs. The Truck Show Podcast is a production of Truck Famous LLC. This podcast was created by Sean Homan and Jay Tillis with production elements by DJ Omar Khan. If you like what you've heard, please open your Apple Podcast or Spotify app and give us a 5-star rating. And if you're a fan, there's no better way to show your support than by patronizing our sponsors. Some vehicles may have been harmed during the making of this podcast.